I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Yeah, I know. I'm late. Uh, uh, but I went to sleep and woke up anyway. But let me go ahead and say this. This rudimentary. A lot of y'all claim that you know what. Let me put it like this. Let me put it like this, y'all. It's obvious that a lot of you do not try to put things in the proper context when discussing issues. Okay, y'all don't discuss things in the proper and this is the reason why I have to say most of y'all are sheep. Okay, most of y'all are sheep. Y'all can be easily led. Y'all can be easily led. You know. Now I'm going to blame the elders, right? Now Yeti Black said, "Why blame the elders who's no longer here?" Well, Claude Anderson's still here. Claude Anderson's still here, and here's why I blame the elders. Okay, I blame the elders for not telling those who listen to them to think for themselves. It's one thing to listen to John Henry Clark, who I just played, right? I can understand John Henry Clark's point, but you do not live in the world of John Henry Clark. You do not live in the world of Francis Quells Welsing. And it's like what I said yesterday. You don't live in their world. I said this the last live stream. You do not live in their world. So why are you keep on repeating, taking their word as gospel? And then this whole idea with the whole issue about the white woman in in Minnesota, y'all use a, a Francis Quells Welsing statement and juxtapose that over what happened to Renee Good, Renee Nicole Good in Minneapolis. Why would y'all do that? Knowing the fact that the issue is not about the race of the victim, the issue is the system itself. That's why when Mulatto got up on this panel, and I knew he was going to say something stupid. Now Mulatto was in the background in my he was in the queue, right? Now he was on the queue for 6 minutes because I was debating whether I should put him on the panel or not. I was debating this. Okay, I was debating whether to put her up on the panel or not, put him on the panel or not. And instead of talking about the government, or ICE doing what they're doing to people around here in the United States, the idea now, oh, we got to focus on Renee Good's race of her being a Caucasian white woman, rather than talking about ICE putting American citizens into the grave. Now, Renee Nicole Good is not the only person who was put into the ground. There have been several people, and like what Angelica said, there's been 42 people. There's been 42 people, 42 Americans that met their demise by the hands of ICE. But the topic goes right back to, oh, well, that's a white woman. Why should we care? It's a white woman. That's not even the point of the argument. That's not even the part of the argument. The argument is the government. The part is ICE doing all this, and they're doing at the behest of the Trump administration. Y'all focus on the wrong shit all the damn time. Now let me drag. I'm gonna drag your boy Claude Anderson. Oh yes, yeah. Let me drag Claude Anderson. Now I meant to do a pre-recorded video on why Claude Anderson is a detriment to his own movement. Back in the 1990s, Claude Anderson went to the City Hall of Detroit, and y'all can look this up. This is right when Ken Patrick was mayor. I don't know if Ken Patrick was mayor or not, but this is like it was during the rise of Ken Patrick, right? Before he became mayor. I think it was either the year before what led up to Ken Patrick becoming mayor of Detroit. I'll put it like that, right? Well, Claude Anderson. See, Yeti Black. Let me tell you something, Yeti Black. Nobody said that. Yeti Black. How y'all draws y'all's conclusions is the problem. Nobody said Yeti Black is black people's fault. This is what I'm talking about. Nobody said that. So I don't know where in the world did you got this idea. I'm saying it's black people's fault that what happened. No, how y'all draws y'all's conclusions and reactions is the problem. Now, let me talk about Claude Anderson, right? Because yeah, I'm gonna start pissing some of y'all asses off, right? Claude Anderson got kicked out of Detroit City Hall. Everybody asks, what happened? Well, here is the thing. Remember, there's a little thing called the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Remember, there's a thing called the Voting Rights of 1965. Noticing that there are certain things that you cannot be discriminatory, right? Well, Claude Anderson decided to go to Detroit, and he said he wants a black version, a black town, right? Where's a part of Detroit where it's black owned, and, woo, and yes, and rightfully so, so Detroit said, okay, good, yeah, man, we're going to back this black town, right? So when soon as they were about to write Claude Anderson a check, Claude Anderson says something that was so damn stupid. Claude Anderson said, well, man, we ain't gonna hire nobody but black people. We ain't gonna hire nobody. Only black people is gonna shop at these stores and woo. Soon they're about to write him the check so he can build this infrastructure that he set up to do. Well, they cut up the check up and kick his ass out of City Hall. Now though he's on YouTube trying to tell black people, well, you shouldn't, so and so should only attend HBCUs. Why did Dion left Jackson, Mississippi to go to fucking ass Colorado? He should be ashamed of Claude. Be quiet. You see, y'all gotta know the history of the people who y'all quote every damn day over here. You know, and me and shout out to Stanley Cross, right? Some of these people should not be held to a certain esteem because they keep fucking it up for everybody else. Now, Deion Sanders has every right to leave Jackson, Mississippi. He has every right. What's wrong with him leaving Jackson, Mississippi to go to Colorado? Well, he'd go to a white university. Well, this is right. I mean, and I'm not here to defend Dion, but let's look at the facts. Okay? They wasn't, you know, the amenities was not being on par, for one. Second, he got his shit took. Or his son, I think his son got his shit took. I don't know what happened. The thing is, though, he was not being given the level of, you know, so the thing is, he left. But if you say something like that, oh, you on some coon shit. No, stop trying to shame people to stay at a place where they're not being quote unquote appreciated at. Now going back to Mulatto, there is a reason why I kick people off my channel, because I don't accept stupidity. Okay, I don't. I do not accept people to be stupid. You're grown. You know, and I'm gonna say it like this: I don't give platform to dumbasses. You better say something that's half-ass intelligent. Tell them repeating what Neely Fuller and repeating what, you know. Listen. I'm gonna tell you to some of you niggas. Tell me something new. Stop repeating something that somebody else tell you. Tell me something new. We should not give a damn about such and such going on. You know, we seeing injustices all around this country, and all day we're gonna care about is, oh, what. That's why I said y'all gotta be kept over on them punk ass channels like on Sharon's or Bomb Cherry's channel, where y'all can just endlessly, you know, do this, you know, this circle novice, you know, the circular rudimentary arguments. And let me tell us to fucking ass Shatera. Let me help you out, Shatera. I saw your ass on DJ Wish Doctor trying to do a bounty on me. Fuck you. Let me tell you something. Mind your goddamn business, heifer. Now, if somebody, and this is the reason why I don't want to have nothing to do with you niggas. I never bother you, Shatera. Nobody said nothing of your goddamn name, Shatera. But the fact is, you try to do a bounty on me. See, and that's the other bullshit I don't like. You're doing bounties because that punk ass Richard Conley told you. Cause you out here trying to do some bullshit. No, I won't. Because the thing is, Shatera should never put no bounty on my ass over there on DJ Witch Doctor when we were having a serious discussion. See, I'm not your fucking entertainment. If we're having a legitimate, serious issue that needs to be addressed, there's no need to be no punk ass bounties. Take that shit to Sharon. Take that shit to Reg. Take that shit over to somebody else who want to do that slapstick comedy bullshit. And yes, to every question you ask, the answer is yes. I do think you niggas are beneath me because you niggas are sheep. Y'all don't think for yourselves. Y'all think everything should be a joke. Everything should be a joke. Everything should be and it's like what MOT said. Shout out to MOT. Y'all on that dumb nigga level. It's dumb niggas. It's dumb nigga shit you on. You're grown. You want to do some juvenile shit. I have nothing to talk to you about. If you want some juvenile shit and you're over the age of 25, I want nothing to do with your ass. So accept that shit. And that goes to everybody else. And Rooster, shut the fuck up too. You know. I can't stand ignorance. This rudimentary logic, like your logic is so limited. Now, I did a video, a live stream on what happened in Venezuela, right? I did a live stream on what happened in Venezuela. What's going on, Stanley? Instead of sitting and thinking about, okay, war crimes and international law, you know, Trump violate a dozen international treaties, what he did in arresting Maduro, the bombing of the boats, the War Powers Act of 1973 was violated. Woo, all that, right? I got a bunch of you niggas, especially Anger Man. Anger Man's whole ass don't talk about, well, the Venezuelan people are happy that Maduro's gone. That's not even the point, nigga. You dumbasses. The point is international law was violated. And then though, you niggas gonna sit there talking about, well, what happened in Venezuela has nothing to do with black people. As if there's no black people in Venezuela. As if me being a taxpayer, me being a black man, a black American, my tax money is being used to slaughter people outside the confines of this borders. See, y'all got to start thinking around here. Y'all not thinkers around here. Y'all just sitting here just sheep. You niggas over here just sheep. And y'all out here just looking for entertainment because your life sucks. Yeah, I said it. Your life sucks. And let me say it says something too. If you let the opposition leader of Venezuela, and I know somebody gonna say, Big J, you don't like pro blacks. You damn right I don't. Oh, you don't like the B1s. Okay, fine. Well, how can y'all sit and talk about, oh, what happened in Venezuela? Has nothing. What we should not even protest against what happened in Venezuela. What Donald Trump did in Venezuela. Well, if the opposition would have took over Venezuela, they are one of the most anti-black blacks in Venezuela. See, y'all need to do your research before y'all talk. Just shut the fuck up. You know nothing, and yet though you're trying to talk and try to troll. And I don't give a damn if I lose subs. I really don't give a fuck. Okay? Now, you see what Yeti Black said in the chat room? Yeti Black still ain't thinking. Yeti Black he ain't rubbing his two brain cells together to actually comprehend what I'm saying. He's not. Yeti Black is not even comprehend what the fuck I'm saying. He's not. He's not comprehending at all what's being said. The people who are for the opposition in Venezuela are anti-black. Didn't I just say that? They're anti-black in Venezuela. But yet though, if you let these people see again, Yeti Black, know what you're talking about before you speak. Now, I'm supposed to be happy for the Blanco Venezuelans to celebrate the removal of Maduro. That's not even the point I'm talking about. I'm talking about the opposition. The opposition within Venezuela is primarily anti-black. I'm just saying. I'm getting really tired. I'm getting tired of people not thinking. Like, do y'all think beyond yourself? Like, if you do this, you know that there is consequences of if you're doing a certain action, then therefore there will be a response to whatever action that may occur. But Big J, you on some liberal socialist bullshit. Big J, you on the Democratic plantation and all that dumb shit. Like, niggas, do y'all actually think? And it goes back to the Neely Fuller, how some of y'all will take sentences and words from Neely Fuller and Francis Quelch Welsing and God, who else, Amos Wilson and them, and y'all just run with it without putting things in the proper context. If you're going to quote somebody, put it in the proper context of the discussion. That many people around here do not do that. All right. Shit. Cold over here. Anyway, I should have put myself on mute when I was going to sneeze. I was about to hit this button, but I was too late. Anyway, but yeah, I'm really tired of people just coming up to me and on my channel, okay, on this channel, trying to do this, and shout out to Stanley. Shout out to Stanley, because I'm gonna say it's to Stanley. There needs to be like more. There needs to be more people like Stanley. Okay, Stanley reminds me of Garage Autonomous. Now, Garage Autonomous, who I sorely miss in this space. Garage Autonomous was a radical. He was a radical, but there's no childish bullshit. Okay, when you having these discussions, none of the childish bullshit is in. I know people say, well, what about when you and Mella, when Mella was over here and okay, yeah, fine, right, but that would that's is not overwhelming. The fuckery was not overwhelming that it took over the entire discussion. That's the point. If you want to put fuckery in the conversation, it better be 15% for fuckery. Otherwise, 85% better not be touched. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to you, Stanley. Shout out to you. Okay. But yeah, there needs to be more Garage Autonomous in this space. More Stanley Cross in this space. I tell you what, Stanley, go look up Garage Autonomous. He's very, very to the left. I will say he's how can I say it? He's on the socialist side of things. And even though I disagree with Garage Autonomous, at least when I talk to him, the discussion is adult. It's really adult conversation between adults. None of this, oh man, conspiracy theories and we just, conspiracy theories and conjectures and all that nonsense. And that's the point. And none of this. Oh, I'm donate to me so I can do some fuck shit, or crying about how come nobody donate money to me, how come nobody support me. Like how that fat parrot is doing. Where are the adults in the room at? You said, will do. I tend to be center left temperamentally. Yeah, but garage is more. He's left. He's way out there. Okay, he's way out there. He's so left. It makes me into a conservative. All right. He actually considered me as a conservative. No, not really. But all leftists are like that, though. They think everybody is a raging conservative. Like, not really. I do believe in creating an economic system. What's so funny, B-Dub? What's so funny? What's so funny? But I wish that people who quote their elders, put your elders in the context of what's being stated. If you're going to quote Francis Quelch Welsing or Amos Wilson and and others, put it in the proper context and stop just regurgitating statements that does not fit what's going on. Wait a minute, hold on. You talking about the fat parrot? Yeah. I'm gonna say this too though. Since we on this, if anybody's begging, stop supporting them. Stop support people who are over here begging. Donate to me. Donate to me. Donate to me. Y'all don't support me. If anybody who say that bullshit, stop supporting them. Like as if though you supposed to be obligated to donate. Anger Man is a good example of this shit, right? I remember Anger Man, you used to do that shit. I'm gonna stop the show if y'all don't if this thing doesn't go to $100. I'm end this live stream. If I don't make it to $75, I'm gonna end this live stream. Or what Sherrod does. Sharon does this whole bullshit of, well, because I remember that time when I stopped going over there to Sharon's, right? I stopped going there to Sharon because of the bounties, right? Sharon start begging. Sharon was doing this, well, in order to keep this going for another 20 minutes, send me a Cash App. Y'all, send me a Cash App. See, that's begging. I hate niggas who I hate people who beg. I really do. That let me know your content ain't shit. You're there for fuckery, and you're surviving off of fuckery. That's all. All you want is fuckery, and you think though. See, everybody else, anybody who's smart, right, who have experience on YouTube, like myself, V-Dub, people who make evergreen content, that money's not going to be there right away. See, some of y'all want that fast money, right? Y'all want fast money. Y'all want that money that week, or because YouTube does the whole the whole AdSense and Cash Apps. No, I'm not Cash App, the Super Chats rather, right? They'll give you the check on the 31st of every month, right? Not 31st, the 21st to the 23rd of every month. That's what YouTube does. So a lot of you niggas want to try to race to like the 21st of every month to get the check. So y'all willing to sell your souls, and some of y'all are selling your assholes. I'm gonna leave that alone, y'all. Anyway, anyway, y'all selling y'all souls and assholes for a YouTube check on for the 31st. Now, some of us who've been here, who have experience, we make AdSense, right? So we might do a blog or a video blog or an interview or a pre-recorded video, and the video would garner has a rewatchability effect. Over time, you get rewatchability. That's how some of us maintain, not a donations, but AdSense and revenue. But y'all, the rest of you new niggas, y'all don't know shit about that. Y'all want that. It's like me. It's like somebody selling coke, and you're selling meth. You know, y'all gonna crash out and burn. But anyway, where was I at though? Because I had to say it. I had to say this off my chest because mulatto paying mulatto got on my fucking nerves for the last couple months with that bullshit he was on. And what Mr. DJ Music said in the chat room is correct. Uh, mulatto destroys panels with that nonsense. Now mulatto brought his ass over here with that bullshit, and I was like, man, do I really want to talk to this nigga? We drug dealing, bruh. I'm not drug dealing. This is about see Yeti. It's a metaphor, a simile. You you know what? Metaphors matter. Okay, metaphors matter. I mean, you if you don't get the metaphor what I said, I don't there's no hope for you. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, right? I'm just really tired of these arguments, and nobody's trying to um put these arguments into nobody's trying to be salient with these arguments with their positions. It's just some. Well, I'm just throw things to the wall and make sure it sticks. Shit, I'm gonna make a statement and I'm gonna just throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. No, that's not how you debate. That's not how you have a conversation. That's not how you frame a opposition argument. Okay, yeah, Eddie Black. I know you talking shit, man. Right? I'm just saying. I'm just shaking my head like, bruh, a lot of people are missing the plot. Okay, y'all gotta stop thinking this is a right left paradigm. Uh, you know, because we said something about Trump that must make me a a lover of transsexuals and a lover of the LGBTQ community and I want communism and all that shit. Stop thinking in the framework of the right left paradigm. There's multiple things going on, and yes, I said this. MAGA is a threat to the world, and I ain't no left wing clown. I ain't no left. I ain't no leftist like that. But I do see MAGA as a threat that needs to be eliminated. Some of the thinking process of of the MAGA clowns needs reared in. You know. Think about it, Big J. These red pill, red hat guys are not talking about Greenland because I know Trump is crazy. They can't admit that. You know, George, you're right. But let me say this though, George. Let me say this though. At some point, at some point, they're gonna be forced. Okay, they're gonna be forced to accept it. That who they back is crazy. Now I know you said, well, Big J, how, they're not committed to us. They're not gonna make no video saying, fuck Trump. No, what's going to happen is, I tell you what, I'll tell you right now, George. Notice certain people is not over here like they was 2 years ago. Okay? Notice that some people who were Trump supporters, you don't see them in my chat room anymore. See, they can't defend this shit. They can't defend this shit. This shit is too late. But the problem is their ego will not allow them. Their ego and their pride would not allow them to say, "Oh, you know what, man? This shit's fucked up." Because they know they will be told, "Listen, you should have listened in 2020 and 24. You should listen in 2020. You should listen in 2016. Y'all should listen to the man when he went down the escalator in 2015. The bullshit that was coming out of his mouth. The shit, the thing he said that did not sound right. But they didn't give a fuck. All what they want to tell you is, oh, the art of the deal. They want to tell you of, well, he's trying to make America great again. Oh, well, he's America first. They'll tell you this shit. And I want you to notice this too, George. We just bombed Syria last night. We just bombed Syria last night. Right after we had the president of Syria up in the Oval Office. About 6 months ago. So I don't want to hear no shit about America first. I don't want to hear no shit about, well, he's ending wars. I don't want to hear none of that. This should tell people what people told y'all this shit was going to happen. But everybody voted for the orange clown because, oh, we got to put women in their place. Really? Y'all voted for Donald Trump because you got problems with women. Y'all got a problem with the immigrants. Not even think about, well, who sent these immigrants here? These illegals over here. They did. They sent the immigrants over here, and then Trump gonna say, well, it's really Joe Biden's fault. No, you bombing Syria now. But didn't you just have the president of Syria in the Oval Office and you were shaking his hand and shit? And then you talking about going to Iran, bombing Iran again? Well, he's out there making America great first. Yeah, whatever. Like I said, I don't want to hear no shit about if you quote that the art of the deal book to me. if you quote this, America, you keep saying AF, America First shit to me. If you keep quoting Make America Great Again shit, take your ass on somewhere else. I really don't have I don't have the patience to hear you talk because y'all kept on saying this dumb shit while we're seeing what right here in front of us. We see boats being blasted out of the Caribbean. We see a world leader being arrested and kidnapped, and innocent people in Venezuela was bombed, and Caracas was being bombed. And then the justification was, well, it was over drugs. Well, if it really was about drugs, right? About fentanyl, then shouldn't you go to Oklahoma and the Panhandle of Texas and go to these meth addicts and these fentanyl labs? You know, why not just go over here first and correct what's over here first rather than going down there? And if you so smart, it really was about that shit, you would send the Coast Guard down there and pick up these boats instead of blowing them up. We're going to quote threats towards Greenland. We're going to quote his remarks about the little girl he had been dating in 10 years. And you know, George, I'm gonna say this too, though, right? I'm gonna say this too. You know, and I notice a pattern. Anytime when there's a big story, like what happened to Renee Good, or what happened in Venezuela, or what's happening, you know, there's always a story that's being pushed out to distract. Why is everybody worried about that dress? Okay, why is everybody worried about that dress over there? Oh, you know, Jamal Bryant's wife's dress. This let me know that people are sheep. Okay, now I got my opinions on Jamal Bryant, right? I got my opinions on Jamal Bryant. I have no favorable opinion. I don't hold Jamal the Reverend Jamal Bryant to high esteem. I think I believe he's a dirtbag, right? And I know his history when he was a leader of that church in Baltimore, right? Before he took over Eddie Long's church. But to sit there and do live streams after live streams about a stupid ass dress, they took your eye off of what's going on. Y'all allowed this dress, the controversy about Jamal's wife's dress to consume. Y'all more consumed about that than what's going than about your civil liberties and your civil rights being taken away. It's kind of like the MGTOWs, right? They're more focused on, yeah, man, we got to put these women in check. Oh, I'm glad Anton Daniels is dragging this woman for X, Y, and Z. While at the same time, the federal government in Louisiana is taking away the Voting Rights Act. Yet you more worried about what women are doing. It shows how sheepish these clowns are. A lot of people on here are sheep. They don't think for themselves. You know, the niggas over here, I'm going to say something. You know, we see The niggas in this space, they're motivated on some suspect shit, right? You got a portion of them who are, and it doesn't matter if they're red pill or blue pill, does not matter. Okay, it doesn't matter if they are simps or they are MGTOW, whatever, or incels. It does matter who they are, right? Red pill, blue pill. They're here to peacock. Big J, what you mean peacocking? Do not let a man call himself MGTOW. Don't let a man call himself red pill. Don't let a man call himself incel or SYSBM or he's a passport bro or on one side or somebody who's a simp on the other side. Do not let that fool you. Do not let any of that bullshit, that red pill and blue pill shit fool you. They're here to peacock for female attention, or they're here to peacock for females' gratification. Their attention, gratification, or their validation. That's what they are. That's what they're doing. Do not let them. If you hear a man saying he's red pill and he's he's red pill, he's MGTOW, he's SYSBM, don't let that shit fool you. All this is their lack of sex, or the lack of a woman telling them, a woman talking to them. Or they're trying to fill a hole about their loneliness in life. Do not let that fool any of y'all. Because if women can say, I'm decentering men, and let me go ahead about this, right? Because there's three categories within the manosphere. Right? There are three categories inside the manosphere I find very suspect. The MGTOWs, the SYSBM community, and the passport bros. Anytime when you see a woman like a woman like a Priscilla, or a woman like what's her name? The big foreheaded, the light skinned woman with the big forehead. I forgot her name now. Julia O'Wells. If y'all watch any of Julius O'Wells or Priscilla or even Cynthia G, watch anytime when those three women said, "Oh, we're going to decenter ourselves from men." Guess who the main one's going to react? SYSBM, the MGTOWs, and the passport bros. And I'm sitting here like, okay, you're men going your own way. Well, if you're going your own way, why you worry about what Priscilla, Julius O'Wells, and Cynthia G is saying? If you are saving yourself, black men, SYSBM, right? Those three women I mentioned earlier are black. Now, Cynthia is shaming you for not protecting the black community. Why if you're saving yourself, black men, why are you trying to fight against what Priscilla, Julius O'Wells, and Cynthia G is saying? Because these women are what? A danger to black men. And yes, let me say this again. They are a danger to black men. Let's make no mistake. Especially since Cynthia. Cynthia is a danger to black men. Right? Julia Owells is one too. If y'all watch her videos, and you be like, oh my God, this woman, she's still on that, she's still on this bullshit. You be like, but the thing is, why y'all responding to him? If y'all are going your own way, or if you're saving yourself from these women, why are you responding? And why you have your passports? If you got your passports, why are you still trying to talk to them? If you got your passports, you should be outside of the 50 states of the United States with other groups of women. Wouldn't be concerned about what the three women are saying. So these niggas are looking for female validation that they don't deserve. So do not let that, oh, I'm SYSBM. Do not let that fool you. Don't let that, oh, I got a passport. Don't let that fool you. Don't let that, oh, I'm MGTOW and I'm going my own way. Don't let that fool you. They want female validation. Because if you go on your own way, you be doing about some man shit, talking about, yeah, man, I got me a business, man, and I'm doing man shit. Do not let that fool you. Now, again, I'm talking about the red pill side. Let me talk to you blue pill niggas, right? The simps, the white knights, the niggas who like the peacock. Y'all seek female validation too, right? And it's sad how you niggas do it. On the blue pill side, y'all go to a woman like a Cynthia. Y'all go to a woman like a Princella. Y'all go to these women and say, yes, sis, yes, sis, yes, sis. And the thing is, you niggas are on the bullshit too. Y'all not, these women, whether you like them or not, right? Some of those women are fighting against their own, are expressing their own trauma, right? They're expressing their own trauma. And rightfully so. They have every right to talk about their trauma. Just like Julia Owells, right? And yes, at some point it gets annoying. Listen to these women talking about their trauma. But the problem is, y'all come on these panels with these women or up in their comment section, and the only thing you niggas do is y'all want attention because you think that's the optimal place to attain sex. Right. And George, you're right. Right. And George, you're right. It's ironic that the men going their own way can't separate themselves from the women that they're obsessed with. And the women decentering men or always had topics centered around men. Right. Right, George. You're 100%. Every word you said is correct. Every word you said is correct. I'm a dissenter men. Okay, dissenter yourself from men. Oh, I'm I'm looking at I'm on DJ Witch Doctor's channel, right? And I'm sitting, I'm talking, and the topic is, you know, the same women that you see, because you see one of them on Bomb's channel, right? There are about a few women who up on Bomb Cherry's channel. They'll talk about, well, I'm a dissenter men. Okay, you're dissenter. Okay, yet they're on DJ Wiz Doctor's channel, or they're on Sharon's channel. But then they get mad when you tell them, okay, if you're dissentering men, why you're donating to fucking ass J Prince, Robin M, Reese, Flora. You see, yes, I name names. You know, I want to hear no dissentering men when you're over here being up in these men's faces. And it's like the MGTOW, it's like these MGTOWs. Every time a woman does something, here they are making a video about a woman. I have a claim, a timeout claim. Okay? I don't make claims. I back the shit up. Now, I don't make claims. I back my shit up. Now, the thing is, back to the point. Do not believe what any of these men or women are saying, because they are full of shit. Oh, I'm SYSBM. Why are you still talking about black women though? If you got yourself a white woman, why you still got black women in your mouth? If you got a passport, you're a passport bro. Why you worry about what American women are saying? You got a passport. You have a passport. Oh, and speaking about your passport, bros, man, I'm gonna say something though. I'm actually happy that Brazil and some of these countries are after the passport bros. Oh, Big J, you didn't know what you're talking about. Indonesia did make that law about no. Indonesia made that law as response to foreigners coming in their country getting prostitutes. They're not after the passport bros. Nigga, shut the fuck up. If you see Brazil, no, if you see in Indonesia doing this shit, and you see some of these countries are doing this shit, and you see Kenya acting a fool, and you see Brazil and Colombia is doing all this, these changing these laws, that should tell you, oh, Big J, you hating. No, I'm not hating. Do what you want, niggas. But the problem is, stop broadcasting out for everybody else. See, men are men, right? Men are going to protect his own society. Men are patriarchal, right? Why do y'all, and y'all keep on saying, well, man, we going to the DR, and we're going to Colombia because they are patriarchal societies. Okay, granted, they're patriarchal, right? Well, if they pay patriarchal, guess what patriarchy requires? Patriarchy requires their men to protect their women. The women and children should be protected, and it's the man's job to protect his wives, his women, and the children within the confines of their society. That's patriarchy, right? Well, that's one aspect of patriarchy. So when y'all go to a patriarchal society and then y'all abuse these women, slap these women upside the head in Kenya, force yourselves onto children, then don't act surprised that the same society that is patriarchal is now trying to go after you. Don't act surprised, nigga. What happened to Floyd and Jay Rillo, understand, those men are not going to give two fine fucks about you being American. And I know some of you niggas talking about, well, why you, it's just black men. Why are y'all talking about black men? They don't give a fuck. They're going after everybody who's geo-maxing and passport broing. Y'all don't get it. Now I'm happy that this is going on. I'm happy there is an investigation on the passport bros. I'm glad though Floyd got caught, because what happened to Floyd, they're going to trace it back to Austin Holloman. They already banned Austin Holloman already. Austin Holloman could not get a Airbnb. Austin Holloman is so damn stupid. Okay? Austin Holloman is sitting over here saying that no, I'm making claims, and when you're challenging me and your challenge is on some juvenile shit, I don't make claims. I back up what I say. You can't back it up. Talking about I'm making claims. No, you can't back it up. See, the only reason why I kick you out, man, because you don't even have an original thought in your head. Because you're here to cope. No, you're here to cope. That's why you and that nigga over there, y'all like to cope. Y'all lash yourselves because you're angry at women. So y'all come online to cope. Y'all kind of remind me of those niggas who's at a basement of an AA meeting. Basement had an AA meeting. Hi, Fred. I'm an alcoholic. Oh, that's how y'all sound. You're coping. And it's not a healthy cope either. See this. You gone. Because I got no patience. I got no patience for people like you, though. I really don't. And in fact, though, let me go ahead and say this too, though. Right now, back to Austin Holloman shit. Right, Austin Holloman thinks it's the algorithm. It's the algorithm is the reason why Airbnb has banned me forever. No, nigga. Airbnb banned you because the government of Brazil, the government of Columbia is on your ass. And there's also movement online trying to make sure your ass uh will stop exploiting people. Oh, Big J, I just got here. What's your premise on Neely Fuller and Dr. Quelson Welsing? Okay, it's like this though, um, Cassandra. My problem with the Francis Quelson Welsons and Neely Fullers, or you know, and the rest of the elders, is that y'all don't put them in the proper context when y'all quote them. That's my problem. Y'all, every time when y'all quote them, y'all never put the. When I say y'all, I'm talking about the conscious community, the B ones, the pro blacks, right? Every time when they quote them, the context is off. So that's why I said what I said, though. You know, because you can't. And plus, though, you got people around here who don't think for themselves. Um, uh, Cassandra. You got people around here who don't think for themselves. They're you know, and this is really what happened after with that idiot what's his name, Mulatto was over here. Pan Mulatto. You know, still talking about we shouldn't care. We shouldn't care because we're black, bruh. And yet he ain't said a word went about ICE. We talking about what ICE is doing. Now we already talked about what ICE is doing to black people, right? But he want us to shit on the white woman who got killed by ICE for the sole fact that she's white, rather than talking about the crimes of ICE. Missing the point. And then what he does, he quote Francis Quelch Wilson and Amos Wilson in them. While he was on my panel. Thank you, Cassandra. You got it. Right. You finally getting the point. You getting the point, Cassandra. You're getting the point what I'm making. And it's so sad that adults cannot grasp what you're saying. And I'm talking plain English. But people can't sit there and grasp the concept because people got this rudimentary talking points. But back to the passport bros, right? And what's going on? And shout out to Super Sly, right? Don't think that this shit is going to stop at the passport bros. Do not think this shit is going to pass at. It's going to stop. I should say. Don't think this shit is going to stop at Austin Holloman, Floyd, and Jay Rillo. Do not think it's going to stop at the passport bros. Because a lot of the SYSBM guys always been saying, well, get your passports. Now, the SYSBMs has historically always said, well, men, we're getting our passports. You know, um, where was I at? because Yandy Black distracted me for a minute. But anyway, like the passport, anyway, SYSBM always support the passport bro movement. The MGTOWs always support SYSBM. And then you have some MGTOWs even saying, passport, get our passport. That part, I don't know. I don't know if he was banning an Airbnb in Brazil or all of Airbnb. Now I'm going to assume, Cassandra, I'm going to assume it is all of Airbnb because Austin is in Africa at the moment, and I think though he was referring to South Africa. Because he was supposed to be dating this, he's supposed to be with this woman. I'm trying to remember her name. And I saw that video over there on Sly's channel, Super Sly's channel, and even Sly said this nigga's dumb. Because when I was watching Sly's channel, Austin Holloman was saying, well, it's the algorithm, They use the algorithm against me. No nigga. Ain't no algorithm. They're pinpointing on you. If Austin Holloman was smart, he would take his ass and go back down, come home to Texas. He'd take his ass out of Africa and fly right back to Dallas. Because they're going to close the walls on his ass. And he cannot deny his association with Jay Rillo and Floyd. And they also said in Brazil, they also said that there are 3 other Americans that are part of the sting who they're not naming yet. So if I was Austin, I'd take my ass to America. I'd take my ass to America, man, and because at least in America, 2 things can happen. You got the Magna Carta to protect you. You know what? I know people say with the Magna Carta. No, you know what? Let me rewind that because some of y'all don't even know what the Magna Carta is. The Bill of Rights of the United States is what I'm referring to, right? So the right of search and seizures, the 3rd, 4th, 5th Amendment of the Constitution, right? So therefore, if you up in America, you got that. The presumption of you're innocent before you're proven guilty. You're innocent until you're proven guilty clause. You got that in your favor in America. And second of all, if they do find something, they have the right to extradite you or not. So take your ass right back to America and stay in Dallas or whatever. But niggas, this is the reason why niggas in this space has a rudimentary mind. Very rudimentary. Take your ass home. Because the legal framework of the United States is first of all, you're innocent to proven guilty, and second though, if you are, or if he is, or you're not, they can take you back over there or not. They, you know, based on what's going on. Let's say though I committed a crime in Iran, right? Do you think the United States is going to take my ass back to Iran? Or if I committed a crime in Russia or China, right? China does not have an extradition treaty. You think if I commit time, you think that the United States is going to take me back to China if I committed a crime like well what Floyd did? No, they'll lock my ass up over here for it. At least I will be serving in American prison before I go for they turn me over to like the Chinese. Cassandra, you know, I now because Cassandra says Austin is hold on. Let me lean over here. Austin is nice looking and he's outgoing. He can easily find a woman. He's a grifter. You know, the thing is though, Cassandra, the problem with Austin is that he there's a psychological problem with Austin Holloman. Okay, there is a psychological problem with him. And remember when he said he watched porn at 6? He was introduced. He regularly watched porn when he was a child. Pornographic material, right? So by him watching this, right, this the content at an early age, it warped his thinking about women. No, go to his. Listen, there. Hold on. I'm going to find you the video, the live stream when he said it. I think Sly got it. I think Super Sly got it. Anyway, I think Super Sly got it, or what's the name? Also, the point is, if you listen to him talk about women, women are a object, right? They're not women are not women don't have their own agency. They're not they're not human. Well, you know what? I take that part back. He sees them as human, but he sees women as a vehicle for pleasure, for a man's pleasure only. So, and let me say this too: as somebody, if you watch porn long enough, pornographic material long enough, it does that to you because there's no turn off switch. If you understand, there's no turn off switch to modes. It does not give out the realistic about women, right? It just is always a woman smiling. You know, soon as you press play, it's a woman smiling, and she's, you know, doing the act on you or on the man or whoever the man is, and they don't. There's no switch of moods. Like, okay, she's happy today. She's okay tomorrow, and she might be angry on Friday. Their moods, right? Just like men, their moods we have, emotions we have. Women are not always happy, and they should serve at the pleasure of men 24/7. Okay, and and that's Austin's problem. Austin had became a sexual deviant at an early age. That's why he's fucking awkward. He's not a Floyd or Jay Rillo. He's not a Jay Rillo or Floyd. Jay Rillo's problem is Jay Rillo was a part of a Jay Rillo when he went into prison for being a rapist or accessory of a grape. Now Floyd, well, Floyd is Floyd. He's awkward. He can't, he's weird. He's weird looking, weird sounding. Right. If you sit there and just think about it, and I'm glad I'm not the only one who sees it. I'm glad I'm not the only one who sees it. I'm glad everybody else is noticing about Austin. There's something wrong with him. Now, like what Sly said, and Sly might have a point though. Super Sly might have a right. No, not right. He might have a point, right? Some of this shit is going to trace back to O'Shea. A lot of this shit is going to trace back to O'Shea. And since O'Shea was the leader of the manosphere, the Negro manosphere, watch it. It's coming. Everybody will say, "Oh, okay, well, it's the manosphere. It's he used to have the site called the Negro manosphere, and then and since it's the manosphere, then the names of Glenn the Camera's name is going to pop up." Then with Glenn the Camera, then you got Edward Anderson and BGS name is going to pop up. Y'all making videos on age of consent, justifying the age of consent. Then you got Fatty over there. Fatty over here trying to justify why he should look at 13-year-old girls and shit. If they think that Brazil and Interpol is just going to stop at Floyd and stop at Jay Rillo, I don't know what to tell them. Listen, it's come for all of them. Because everybody in this manosphere space, whether you MGTOW, whether you SYSBM, whether you Passport Bro, y'all all are now grouped in together because y'all hang around with each other on these panels and on these channels, conversing with one another, donating money to each other. And that's why Anton is acting a fucking fool right now. That's why Anton is on this. Well, I don't like the Passport Bros. Nigga, you was cheerleading the Passport Bros 2 years ago. Anton, stop the cap. And Anton is probably smart enough to know what's about to happen. Now Anton's over here trying to attack Austin Holloman. No, nigga, You support Austin Holloman. You support Jay Rillo. 2 years, a year and some change ago. Now all of a sudden, since the news came out, you want to do a about face. No, he's scared that those folks is gonna look up in his shit. All this shit is connected, and they can't sit there and grasp the concept. Right? Yeah. You notice it too, right, Cassandra? You notice it too. Yeah, he distances himself. Yeah. So yeah. He distances himself now. He said, "I don't want no parts of it." No, nigga, you see, Anton forgot to delete that video he did a couple years ago. He should have deleted that old video. When Floyd and Austin Holman's over there. Yeah. Yeah, he was giving the Passport Bros props. Yeah, he was giving the Passport Bros props. You know, and nobody, and everybody gonna act like though, oh, it didn't happen. They gonna act like though he didn't happen. Well, some of us already downloaded the video already. I mean, you know, so. But anyway, I'm done talking right now. I already pissed off somebody off. I don't give a fuck. I already pissed somebody off already in this chat room, and I already gave him the boot. I don't give a fuck. Because what he's going to do is go to somebody else and say, oh, Big J is making claims. Fuck you. At least the claims I make can be backed up. And I have no patience for grown ass men or grown ass adults saying dumbass shit around me. All right, I got no patience for that shit. Take your ass on somewhere else. I know what they're going to do. Well, you don't want us to speak. No, start speaking like as if you got some sense. Hold on. Let me turn this up. Turn this heater off. It was cold last night. But anyway, let me get off of here. Y'all be easy, and I might be live later on. Who knows? I'm out. Shout out to you, Dante. Shout out to you. I'm out.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.